What's up everybody? Jubitaz back with a new video where today we're gonna be looking at the Shinobi clans of the Naruto verse. More specifically, I will look into the relationships and statuses between the different ninja clans. This will be kinda like my Akatsuki Inner Dynamics video or my Inner Dynamics of the 5 Great Nations video. I will mostly focus on clans from the Leaf Village, but I will include other clans that aren't confined to the village, or even clans that originate from the other great nations, if I deem them important enough. I'll go over the history of the Shinobi clans, discussing each clan's origin and their most notable members, and I'll also look into the dynamics between the different Shinobi clans, which will be the focus of this video. Now, we got a lot of clans to talk about, so let's just jump straight to it. Let's go back to when it all began, with the introduction of chakra and ninjutsu by Hagoromo Otsutsuki, also known as the Sage of the Six Paths. Now there are 5 clans that we know for sure are directly descended from Kaguya's lineage. Those being the Senju clan, the Uchiha clan, the Uzumaki clan, the Hyuga clan, and the Kaguya clan. Kaguya Otsutsuki, the progenitor of chakra, had 2 sons, Hagoromo and Hamura, each of which inherited significant amounts of chakra from their mother. The Uchiha were descendants of the sage's elder son, Indra, and they inherited his dojutsu, the Sharingan. The Senju and the Uzumaki were both descendants of the sage's younger son, Ashura, and they inherited his strong life force and powerful chakra. The Hyuga clan was distantly related to the sage's brother, Hamura, and they inherited the Otsutsuki's dojutsu, the Byakugan, and the Kaguya clan were direct descendants of Kaguya herself, and in rare cases, members of the Kaguya clan could awaken the Kekkei Genkai that allowed them to manipulate their own skeletal structure, which is directly related to Kaguya's killing ash bones technique. Not only did they inherit her name and those red dotted eyebrows, but also her ruthlessness and lust for war, which is how the clan got annihilated when they attacked the much larger nation of the Mist. The rest of the Shinobi clans are probably not descendants of the Six Paths lineage. The sage did travel the world and share his chakra with many humans, so the other clans are likely descendants of his followers. The only other characters said to be of the sage's lineage are the brothers Ginkaku and Kinkaku. I mean, it's believed that's how they survived inside the Ninetales' belly, eating its insides for 2 weeks, though it's unknown which clan they hail from. Now back to the focus of the video, the 2 most important clans were the Senju and the Uchiha clans. These 2 clans have been rivals since the day that Black Zetsu caused a rift between the 2 brothers Ashura and Indra, and even 1,000 years down the line, that was still the case. The Senju clan didn't just specialize in one area, instead they mastered ninjutsu, genjutsu, and taijutsu to give themselves a wide range of skills. That's where their name Senju came from, which literally means 1,000 hands or 1,000 skills. So they were known as the clan with 1,000 skills. That's how they rose alongside the Uchiha to become the 2 strongest clans within their area. That meant that all the war between both clans was inevitable. Whenever someone hired the Uchiha, their opponents would hire the Senju. This constant war fueled the hatred that each side had for the other. Both clans would inflict mass casualties on the other, many of which would be children. When Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha met as kids and became friends, it was a turning point in their clan's history. They both disapproved of all the combat and death that they and their siblings were subjected to. But there was little that they could do about that. The Senju and the Uchiha were always like that. They took any opportunity to inflict damage on the other, even if it meant going for the youngest. That's when Madara gave up on their dream, and the clans continued to fight each other, with Hashirama and Madara becoming their respective clan leaders eventually. The constant fighting was starting to take a toll on both clans, especially within the Uchiha clan. Hashirama proposed that if the 2 strongest clans put their differences aside and joined forces, no one would be able to challenge their alliance. And despite Madara's initial skepticism, he eventually gives in, and the Senju and the Uchiha finally came together to create the village hidden in the leaves. The village's popularity grew pretty quick. and many of the neighboring clans wanted to join the emerging power. The first two were the Sarutobi clan and the Shimura clan. The Sarutobi clan was renowned thanks to the third's father, the great Sasuke Sarutobi. Not much is known about him, but he's believed to have been a very powerful ninja. And even Madara was shocked when he heard that the Sarutobi clan wanted to join their village. And also, the first and second Hokage would take on his son, Hiruzen, as their star pupil. That likely means that the relationship between the Senju and the Sarutobi clans was strong. However, the same could not be said about the Uchiha, as after Madara deserted the village and came back with the Nine Tails to fight the first Hokage, the Uchiha clan's future in the Leaf was doomed. Even though the clan shunned Madara and remained loyal to the village, Madara's actions instilled fear into the other clans regarding their visual prowess, and they would eventually face complete annihilation down the line. We don't know much about the Shimura clan, but the one person we know from it was largely responsible for the Uchiha clan massacre, so I can't see both clans getting along that much. Now, as for the Uchiha and the Sarutobi, the head of the Uchiha clan named his son after Sarutobi Sasuke, and Sarutobi Hiruzen did show more sympathy for the Uchiha, so they likely had a better standing than the Shimura clan. However, both the Sarutobi and Shimura clans were more closely allied to the Senju clan, especially under the reign of Tobirama, who didn't like the idea of clans in general and believed that everyone should put the village on top of everything else. So by that logic, you would assume that the second Hokage didn't promote Senju supremacy. However, when Obito was retelling Sasuke the story of the Uchiha and the Senju, he did kind of imply that the seat of power remained in firm Senju hands, so that could imply that the other clans were more closely aligned with the Senju clan, and that the Uchiha clan was kinda secluded into their own post as the village's police force, which is probably what led to their isolation and in turn their resentment against the village, and that would lead the Uchiha clan to plan a coup d'etat, and that would also eventually lead to their demise. We don't know what happened to the Senju clan in the present era. The last two members of the clan we know for sure are Tsunade and her brother Nawaki. It seems like the Senju name has become one of history by Naruto's time, but the Senju influence still lived on, mostly in the form of the Will of Fire. The Senju also had close ties to the Uzumaki clans, as both clans were actually distant relatives, since they both came from Ashura's lineage. And even the spiral on the back of the Leaf Village's Jonin jacket was the Uzumaki clan's emblem. This was done in honor of the friendship between the Senju and the Uzumaki. Intermarriage between these two clans was common as well, and the first Hokage, Hashirama Senju, married Mito Uzumaki, who also became the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. The Uzumaki possessed an exceptional life force and chakra, which made them the perfect vessels for the Demon Fox. That was part of the pact that the Leaf had with the Uzumaki clan. They excelled in sealing jutsu, so they would assist the village in keeping the Nine Tails sealed. They even sent suitable clan members to become the upcoming host. The Uzumaki clan was considered to be very powerful. Too powerful to be allowed to continue to live. And just like that, many of the neighboring lands joined together to crush the land of Eddies. And many of the surviving Uzumaki had to flee and go into hiding throughout the ninja world. Nagato was raised in the outskirts of the Hidden Rain, Karin was raised in the Hidden Grass, and Kushina of course was alongside Minato in the Leaf Village. Now we don't know much about the Namikaze clan really. All that we know is that Minato's enemies were such a problem that Naruto was given his mother's last name instead, Uzumaki. Another group of clans that had a very strong alliance were the Yamanaka clan, the Nara clan, and the Akimichi clan, also known as Inochikacho, since every generation shares the same few letters in their first name. This was a historic alliance, and they even had a memorial dedicated to it somewhere in the Leaf as a testament of the close-knit relationship between these three clans. It even had all of the three clans' emblems engraved onto it. In order to strengthen the Inoshikacho formation, a member of the Sarutobi clan was to present them with earrings for each generation when that generation was ready to swear an oath, which is probably why Asuma Sarutobi was selected as the leader of Squad 10 in the first place. This would imply that the Sarutobi clan was close to the Yamanaka, Nara, and Akimichi clans. The third Hokage also seemed to have a relationship with the Hyuga clan, though maybe not a great one since he chose to abide by the Cloud's request of killing a Hyuga as reparations for the Cloud Shinobi killed when the Cloud Shinobi attempted to abduct Hinata. We don't know much about the Hyuga's relationship with the other clans in the Leaf. The Hyuga clan was itself segregated into the main house and the branch house. The branch house was created to serve the main house, and in order to protect the secrets of the Byakugan, members of the branch house were branded with a curse seal, which can be used to seal the Byakugan to prevent it from being stolen by the enemy, but it can also be used to control the branch family by destroying the brain cells and inflicting great pain onto the individual, which has led to some resentment against the main house. The Hyuga clan possessed the Otsutsuki's dojutsu, and they even developed the specialized taijutsu, the gentle fist, to use their visual prowess to its greatest extent. They considered themselves to be the strongest clan in the village, but of course that was after the Senju, Uchiha, and the Uzumaki were dissolved. Some of the other clans of the Leaf Village include the Aburame clan, also known as the Insect Handlers. Members of this clan are given a special breed of insects at birth, which would reside under their skin in order to live in symbiosis with their host. They also seem to dress in a way that covers their eyes and most of their body. It was implied that most of them were pretty reserved and quiet, like Shino, so I don't think they were outgoing and had any special relationships with the other clans of the Leaf. Another clan that also relied on using creatures as their primary means of combat was the Inuzuka clan, but instead of getting a nest of bugs, every member of the clan was given their own canine partner whom they would grow up with and train together to develop their combination ninjutsu attacks. All members of the clan also had 2 fang marks on each cheek. Now, like the Aburame, the Inuzuka didn't have any special ally clans, they were just a normal clan in the Leaf. However, a lot of fans theorized that the Inuzuka clan could have had ties to the Hatake clan, just because the only other character that specializes in ninja hounds is Kakashi Hatake. Though I will say that these claims lack the foundation, and there's nothing in canon to suggest that there's any connection between the two. The Hatake clan is very obscure, and the only 2 members we know from it are Kakashi and his father Sakumo Hatake, the White Fang. However, one thing the Hatake clan's known for is the clan's heirloom, that is the white light chakra saber that Sakumo wielded, which was passed down to Kakashi later. And these have been the biggest clans of the Leaf and their inner dynamics. Now, there are other clans from the other great nations. In the Sant, for example, most of the Kazekage came from a clan known as the Kazekage clan. I don't think that's what it was called. It's just what the fans refer to it as, since the Kazekage clan's true name is unknown. We know for sure that the 4th and 5th Kazekage hailed from there, but it's also possible that the other Kazekage, primarily the 1st, were also from this clan. We don't really know the other clans in the sand, so I can't tell what the inner dynamics were like. And then if we jump to the Hidden Mist, we have a few clans that we can discuss, like the Hozuki clan, the members of which possessed the body liquefying jutsu, which allowed them to turn their body into water. Also, all of its known clan members' names ended with a Getsu, which means moon, like Suigetsu, Mangetsu, and Gengetsu. And then there's also the Hoshigaki clan, which was a bit more expanded on in the Boruto anime. The individuals from this clan possessed shark-like features for some reason, and it was stated that the Hoshigaki clan was considered a nuisance in the later peace eras of the Mist due to their reputation of being bloodthirsty and violent. And then finally, there's also the Karatachi family or clan, which were also stigmatized like the Hoshigaki due to the controversial reign of the 4th Mizukage, Yagura Karatachi. Though once again, like the Sand, we don't know enough about the hidden mist to dive any deeper into the inner dynamics between the clans there. Now, I did say that I'll go over the most notable members of each clan, so let me do that real quick, starting with the more obscure ones. The Inuzuka clan had Kiba, his mother Tsume, his sister Hana, as well as some more obscure members like Gaku Inuzuka, and of course the Ninja Hounds. The Aburame clan had Shino, his father Chibi, as well as other clansmen like Tatsuma, Muta, and Torone Aburame. The Yamanaka clan had Ino, her father Inoichi, who was the head of the clan, as well as more obscure members like Santa and Fu Yamanaka. The Nara clan had Shikamaru and his father Shikaku, the clan head, as well as more obscure members like Suzaku, Ansui, and many more. The Akimichi clan had Choji and his father Choza, the head of the clan, but it also had many more obscure members like Doto, Shito, and Torifo Akimichi. The Hyuga clan had a plethora of members. The main family had Hiyashi and his daughters Hinata and Tanabe, and the branch family had Hisashi and his son Neji, but they also had more obscure members like Tokumo and Hoheto Hyuga, as well as a Hyuga elder that used to be the former clan leader. The Sarutobi clan had the third Hokage Hiruzen, the clan head, his wife Biwaku, son Asuma, and grandson Konohamaru. It's believed that Konohamaru's parents were in the Yambo, and the Sarutobi clan also had several clansmen that were present in the Fourth War. All of the clans that we've discussed so far have managed to retain their population, and they have plenty of members active within Konoha. However, now we'll get to the clans that were brought to near extinction. The Uzumaki clan has of course our MC Naruto as well as his mother Kushina, but there's also Nagato and his mom Fuso, Karin and her mom, as well as historical figures like Mito Uzumaki and Ashina Uzumaki, the leader of the clan. The Senju clan is also a historic name, as only characters like Hashirama, Tobirama, and their dead siblings Itama and Kawarama, maybe Toka Senju, these are the only names that come to mind, and Tsunade and her brother are the most recent Senju. Now, as for the Uchiha clan, there's Sasuke and his brother Itachi, mother Mikoto and father Fugaku, as well as Madara, Obito, Shisui, Izuna, and many more. If you include all the background characters, then the Uchiha actually have the most named clan members. And frankly, I don't feel like getting into all of them today. I mean, I created the Uchiha iceberg video for a reason. So if you're interested in learning more about the obscure Uchiha, then I highly suggest you go check that video out, cause I'm more or less done. The Shinobi clans, like the Shinobi villages, have always been at each other's throats. And even when they transcended the framework of clans, the fighting just took a different form as village versus village. What can I say? It seems like peace and Shinobi, or peace and people, really just don't mix together. Oh well. If you want to see the last rendition of the Inner Dynamics series, then make sure to check out the Inner Dynamics of the 5 Great Nations, or even the Akatsuki Inner Dynamics. Come on, you know you want to. But other than that, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next time. Peace.